Hello everyone, I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government Fested College, Baramasagara. As you all know, we are discussing the subject Financial Markets and Services in that Module 3 Regulatory Framework. The topic of present video is Instruments of Credit Control. Now let us recap the previous video. In our previous video, we have discussed about the concept of credit control. The credit control is an important tool used by the Reserve Bank of India to control the demand and supply of money in the economy. There are two methods of credit control which are adopted by the Reserve Bank of India. The first one is quantitative methods, the second one is qualitative methods. In the previous video, we have discussed briefly about the quantitative methods. There are various quantitative methods which are going to control the quantum of money circulation in the economy. The methods of credit control, as we all know, there are two types of the methods are adopted by the RBI for the purpose of controlling the credit in the economy. The first one is quantitative methods, which are going to control the quantum of the money supply in the economy, and the second one is qualitative methods. In the present video, we will discuss about the qualitative methods which are adopted by the Reserve Bank of India to control credit. Next, qualitative methods. The qualitative methods are the selective methods of credit control which are adopted to ensure an adequate flow of credit to a desired sector. So under the qualitative methods, the RBI does not is going to put any restrictions on the quantum of money supply. It is going to put some of the regulations to control the flow of credit for a particular sector. There are various types of the qualitative methods are used by the RBI. The first one is margin requirement. Here the term margin refers to the portion of loan amount which cannot be lent by the banks for a particular desired sector. Means generally the banks are not going to lend the full amount on a particular security. They will keep a certain amount as a margin requirement and the remaining portion of the amount will be lent to the borrower. So whenever the RBI is going to increase the level of this margin requirement, then it is going to restrict the flow of credit on the basis of that particular security. And when the RBI is going to reduce this margin requirement, this is going to increase the flow of credit. Just let us assume an example where the value of the security is 1 lakh, and if the margin requirement is 20%, then the banks can only lend 80,000 on that particular security. If the RBI has increased this margin requirement to 30%, then the banks can only lend 70,000 rupees on that particular security. If the margin requirement has been fall down to 10%, then the banks can lend more money, that is 90,000 rupees on that particular security. This is how the RBI is going to control the flow of credit on that particular security. Then the second point is the regulation of consumer credit. It is the technique which is used by the RBI to control the flow of credit towards the consumer durable goods. The RBI can put a restriction to the banks for the issue of credit for the purpose of purchasing the consumer durable goods such as cars, TVs, refrigerators, and etc. So by the way of putting regulations, the RBI is going to control the flow of credit towards the consumer durable goods. And the third one is credit rationing. The credit rationing is a method of the control which is used by the Reserve Bank, where the maximum amount of loans and advances is restricted by the RBI for a particular sector. By making the proportionate reservations for a particular sector, the RBI is going to control the credit flow for those particular sectors. The next qualitative method of control is control through directives. The RBI Act and as well as the Banking Regulation Act has empowered the Reserve Bank of India to issue directives to a particular bank or for all the banks in general regarding the credit management. The purpose for which advances can be made and cannot be made can be directed by the RBI, and also the maximum amount of the loans can be granted for a particular sector, and the margin amount which has to be maintained by the banks. Likewise, on and also on the bank rate of interest, so on like that, the various on various issues, the RBI is going to issue the directives policies for the banks. The next point is moral suasion. It refers to the advice or a request made by the Reserve Bank of India to the commercial banks to follow the monetary policy which are laid down by the government, and to plan their activities and as well as operations in order to achieve the major objectives of the monetary policy of the nation. Then the last point is direct action. When the moral suasion is inefficient to influence on the banks, then the RBI have to take the direct action on the banks which are not complying with the policy measures which are laid down by the Reserve Bank of India. So these are all the various qualitative measures which are controlling the flow of credit for a particular sector. Now let us summarize the whole session. The credit control is an important tool used by the RBI to control the supply of money in an economy. There are two methods, the quantitative methods and as well as the qualitative methods. The qualitative methods are used for the purpose of controlling the flow of credit into an economy, and as well as there are various qualitative methods such as margin requirement, regulation of consumer credit, consumer credit rationing, control through directives, moral suasion, and as well as the direct action are the various qualitative methods which are used by the Reserve Bank of India to control the flow of credit. You can refer these books for your further readings. Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice, Tata McGrail publication. E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Banking Theory, Law and Practice, Himalaya Publications. L. M. Bhole and Jitendra Mukund, Financial Institutions and Markets, McGrail Publications. Raman B.S., Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Bookhouse Publications. Finally, I thank everyone for watching this video. Kindly like and comment with your suggestions and as well as queries. Thank you everyone.